G'day guys, I'm Kwackajack and I've just picked up a brand new GoPro Hero 10 Black. Today's video is pretty simple. Can you make a badass motovlog using just this camera? Let's find out.
So for the past year and a half or so, I've been using the GoPro Hero 8 Black as my go-to camera for these rides. All the riding footage that you've seen has come from that camera, and it's served me well. It's a good camera, but I have decided to upgrade to the Hero 10. And the reason that I've done that is because, you know, the video quality from these things is supposed to be so good now that it might be the only camera I need to take with me on these rides to make a good video. Usually, what you guys don't see on these motovlogs is the amount of equipment that I carry with me, right? So I've got a backpack with a tripod attached to it. It's got DSLRs, lenses, drones, all sorts of stuff in it, and I've weighed it. It's about 8 or 9 kilos, and let me tell you, on a long ride that thing, it can really weigh you down. So if I can only take one camera with me in a small backpack like what I've got on now, that would just make life so much easier and nicer. So that's what we're going to try and do today. All the footage you're going to see is from this new GoPro. And we're going to really see if it's an all-in-one like they claim, and I can make a badass video from. I've only got 2 batteries because I did buy the bundle, and it also came with a few attachments, and I bought the media mod too. So we'll check the audio from that. We'll see how this looks. In terms of settings, this is 4K 30 straight from the camera with the vibrant setting on. So completely stock, just set to vibrant. I'm not going to do any post-production on the video, so what you're seeing is what's recorded. Woo! Now this is quite a bumpy road. How's the footage? Oh, wow, look at that. How is the footage looking? Is it smooth? This new Hero 10 features the upgraded Hyper Smooth 4.0, I think it is. We will be doing a full review of this camera as well. This is the first time I've ever taken it out, so I really want to see what it's capable of before I give you guys a full review of it. Let's do a test of the media mod audio recording. So I'll switch to that now. This is from the rear camera of the GoPro media mod. Traveling at normal speed. So how does it sound? How does it sound? Does it sound good to you? And now we'll switch back to my mic. Now, so this is the mic that I run through my phone. Which one do you think's better? Alright, well, this is really going to be the angle that tests this new GoPro, because this is on my visor and it vibrates a lot up here. So let's see how good this stabilization is. This is just the regular hyper smooth settings. I have not put it onto the boosted mode, which is new. And she's wobbling around a lot on there, so let's see how good it works. Oh man. Alright, I'm going to take this thing off and try some different types of shots. We're going to try the time lapses, I'm going to try setting it up and using it as a stationary camera, because if the footage from that's pretty good, then I don't need to carry my big camera around with me. Praise the Lord. This is going to be a really in-depth testing before we do the full review. Also, it looks like my first battery is just about to die, so I'm going to put in the second one now.
One big plus of this new GoPro is the fact that it has this front-facing camera here, which allows me to line up my shots, which is something that I couldn't do on my previous GoPro Hero 8. It's also got cinematic mode with 5.3K. That's what I'm shooting in now, so let's see how that looks.
Okay, we're coming back out of the mountains now because there's some rain around. And it's important to note that while the GoPro is very, very waterproof, when you have the GoPro Media mod on it, it isn't. Because you have to remove the side door, which is where it plugs in, you lose your waterproofing. So important to note. I'm sure it'll be fine with a little bit of drizzle on it, but I don't want to chance it. I'm really looking forward to having a look at this footage though, and seeing how it comes out, because it would be a miracle if the only camera that I had to take with me to go shoot a motovlog was just a single GoPro. Woo-hoo! And what a stunning place to test it at. We're currently in the Tallebudgera Valley here on the Gold Coast, and it's been raining and storming all week, so everything is very, very green. So this isn't the full review, but I have to say that I'm already quite impressed with the battery on the Hero 10. All of the setup shots that you've seen so far have been on the single battery, and we rode all the way out recording with it on 2. That's recording at 4K 30 with high bitrate on. On the Hero 8, if I would have done that, I'd probably get around maybe 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes of recording time, where with this I think I've probably gotten around an hour to an hour and 10. I have to test it properly, and we'll talk about all that in the full review, but yeah, very impressed with how the battery's holding up so far. I'm on my second one now. Although I will say something strange that I've noticed, and other Hero 10 owners, if you can weigh in on this, the battery level indicator on the actual GoPro seems to be a bit unreliable. Let's use that word. Sometimes it'll say that it's at 50%, and so then it will jump to like 39 or 30. Man, I'm trying to talk, but I'm having too much fun here. And I notice it most of all when I'm charging it. So if I've got it plugged in and charging, and then I unplug the charger, the battery level doesn't seem to be accurate. It stays the same, and I have to turn the GoPro off and back on again for it to indicate what the battery level is actually at. So if there's any other Hero 10 owners out there, let me know if you've got the same experience with the battery level indicator just being a little bit inconsistent. Overall performance though, I've been impressed with. Another note is that this Hero 10 is quite a bit bigger than the Hero 8, especially with the medium mod that I've got on it now. It's heavier and it's bigger. We will do a side-by-side in the full review, but yeah, it's definitely a bit of a bigger unit than the Hero 8. You'll feel it on your chin a bit more than the older models that are smaller and lighter. It's not bad, but it's just something I've noticed so far. So yeah, very excited to give this thing a full review and check over the footage. I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching and following along with that. Now, if you can leave a comment down below telling me what you think of the footage so far, that'd be awesome. Leave a like, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. We've got a lot of big things coming up in the future, some exciting things too I can't talk about just yet. Also, if you're a Hero 10 owner, let me know down below if you're having those same inconsistencies with the battery level on your unit too. It's not a bad thing, it's just something I've noticed, and I'm curious to see if anyone else has had the same experience. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!